Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of TEW 2020 WWE here as we continue the build up towards Money in the Bank. The first major pay-per-view on the WWE calendar, really. I think we'd all agree. Both Money in the Bank ladder matches. 4 out of the 6 participants found. We need 2 more in both matches, all from Smackdown. So Smackdown's got to sort that out, which we will. But of course, we have to start this week. We have 3 shows to get through. SmackDown is the last, and as always, we get things underway with another episode of Monday Night Raw, which kicks off with Adam Cole coming out to the ring. Adam Cole lost at Vengeance in the 60-minute Iron Man match main event to Kyle O'Reilly for the WWE title, and then he took a month off, gave him a little break, and then he returned last week. The Fallout episode from, what was it? Battleground, there you go, interfering in the main event, not the main event, interfering in the final segment of the show where Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong were face to face, getting involved. Adam Cole comes out and says that he took a minute. He took a minute to go away. I mean, he's been pretty non-stop, really, since he came to the main roster, Universal Champion, Money in the Bank, WWE Champion. So he took a minute, took a step back, and he looked at the WWE as a whole. And he realized that this place really is nothing without Adam Cole, baby. And now he's back, to take back what is his. And that is still the WWE Championship. Kyle can get as lucky as much as he wants, but at the end of the day, Adam Cole is the main event. Adam Cole is the major star around here. Adam Cole is the WWE Champion. And he calls out Kyle O'Reilly, but Kyle O'Reilly doesn't come. Instead, he is met by the Diamond Mine, Roderick Strong, Malcolm Bivens, Taz, Brutus Creed, and Julius Creed, the Creed brothers. And they come out, and Roderick Strong is not happy. He says that Adam should have stayed away. He says last week that was his business with Kyle, and Adam should have stayed the hell away. And Adam saying, you say it was your business, Roddy, but it didn't really look that way when Kyle shoved you on your ass, did it? And Roderick's saying that, Adam, you've always been such an ass yourself. You know a thing or two about him. But if you want to go, then we can go. Because I am tired of the Adam Cole show. I was a part of it for too damn long, I tell you. And if you want to get involved with me, you want to lay your hands on a member of the Diamond Mine like you did last week, then bring it. Because I'm not afraid of you. And Adam telling Roddy to shut up, saying that finally Roderick Strong's put his big boy pants on. He wants to be a leader now. I mean, for all those years he was happy following Adam Cole when Adam Cole picked him out of the obscurity that he was living in for so long. But now Roddy wants to play leader. How he spent so long watching Adam Cole. Maybe he picked up a thing or two, but at the end of the day, he can make believe as much as he wants. He can dress up like a leader. He can pretend to be WWE Championship worthy just like Kyle is. But the only member of the Undisputed Era, and the only man around here who really is main event world champion worthy, is Adam Cole. For a 94 later on tonight, main event, Adam Cole versus Roderick Strong. Hopefully, a good matchup between the two. I don't know if they fought yet. They kind of, oh god, I don't know if sided with was the word, but Roderick Strong was against Kyle after Kyle announced his WrestleMania choice, so he did team with Adam Cole. But still, a lot of tension here post Undisputed Era breakup. Main event tonight, Cole versus Strong. And then we keep things going next up with a match between Bobby Lashley and Edris and Nafe. Edris and Nafe in action again. Big fan of him. As I said before, I'm pretty sure. And Bobby Lashley just not happy. Losing in a Continental Triple Threat at Battleground, getting pinned, and then last week as well, failing to qualify for Money in the Bank, defeated by Damian Priest, wanting to get some anger out, and he does beat Edris and Nafe here in the Hurt Lock. Edris and Nafe holds on for a bit, shows that fighting spirit, but in the end taps out. 68 for the match, pretty good. 78 Lashley, 22 Edris. I'm happy. Good match between the pair. No complaints. As Lashley does pick up the win, but he's still just not very happy. As then we go backstage to General Manager Drake Maverick's office. MJF and Damon Priest both waiting outside. Maverick telling him to come in. They're not sure why. You know, Damien Priest saying about, is this about Money in the Bank? You want us to get some preparation or something? And Drake says it is about Money in the Bank, but he doesn't think they're going to like it. He says that tonight there will be a triple threat match with both of them in it, and whoever is pinned in that triple threat match will be out of Money in the Bank. And neither man is very happy. They say, why? What the hell? We qualified, we've earned our spot. And Maverick says, I know, this isn't down to me. Upper management made this decision. Upper management told me to do this. They said they wanted this freeway. They said they wanted this superstar to have a chance to earn a spot in Money in the Bank. And Priest and MJF say, who? Just as they say that, in walks Kevin Owens. And Drake says, speak of the devil. It's Kevin Owens. For a 100, later tonight, triple threat, Damian Priest, MJF, Kevin Owens. Whichever superstar is pinned is out of the Money in the Bank ladder match, and the other two will progress to Money in the Bank. Big match made by upper management there. Drake Maverick, no choice but to grant it. As then, next up, we have a tag team match. Angel Garza and Randy Orton taking on the Viking Raiders. Garza and Orton, the number one contenders to the Raw Tag Team Championship, of course, and getting a little bit of practice in. You know, don't want to get too rusty. The Broserweights watching on backstage, not a ringside, just at backstage. You just show them during the match, sideways looking at a TV, as WWE superstars often do. And in the end here, Angel Garza and Randy Orton do pick up the victory for an 85. Pretty good match. Randy Orton pinning Ivar with the RKO. Only went about 12 minutes, so not too long. It's probably affected the rating a bit, but, you know, it was just to give Garza and Orton a chance to once again show that the third generation superstars both working quite well as a tag team, which, just to generate, you know, Raw Tag Title match coming up, proving that they could do it. 87 Garza, 79 Orton, 68 Eric, 67 Ivar. All good. Very happy. With that, Garza and Orton coming out on top. As then we go to Chase University. Andre Chase giving a lecture to his students. Got his red sweater on. Got the 24/7 title around it. And Andre Chase, on the whiteboard, writes the word success. He says, what is success? Let's talk about it. He says about how success can be measured in so many things. One of those things is championships and accolades, like this 24/7 championship. I ask if anyone has any questions about how he achieved such great success here. And somebody puts their hand up, and he says, and he looks at like a clipboard, he says, oh, it's our foreign exchange student, Rosa, do you have a question? And Rosa stands up, and Rosa is very vividly R-Truth in a dress, and R-Truth, you know, asking a question in a very high-pitched voice, and Andre Chase not really understanding it, and saying to come up, and R-Truth, Rosa, coming up, and R-Truth whispering something to Andre Chase, and Andre Chase says, it's a great question. He turns around to White, saying on the whiteboard, R-Truth goes to roll Andre Chase up, but Andre Chase, seeing through the disguise, holding onto the whiteboard, R-Truth failing with the roll up, and Andre Chase, you know, looking at him, R-Truth a bit stunned, Andre Chase ripping off his wig, it's R-Truth, and Andre Chase says, wait, this right here seems like a teachable moment. Now class, what has R-Truth done wrong here? Takes some suggestions, he says, wrong. R-Truth wore a very bad disguise is what happened here, okay? This was a teachable moment. I hope we all, R-Truth, I hope we all can move forward and we can all learn from this, okay? Class dismissed. For a 43, R-Truth failing in getting his 24/7 title, his baby, back on this occasion. Oh, I say it every week, but I do love the 24/7 nonsense. It is a lovely break from everything else going on here. Same reason I love Tony D'Angelo so much. His particular brand of gimmick, I guess is the word, is just a lovely change of pace. As then we go backstage to Edris Anafe, and he's a bit downbeat, you know. Another loss, still looking for that first win. And he's walking backstage and he bumps into Apollo Crews, Babatunde, and Omos, Raw's newest superstars. The stable, who I have dubbed the Nigerian Wrecking Crew. And Apollo Crews says to Edris that he saw him and he showed great potential. I'm not going to do I've with like Finn Balor and Tony D'Angelo, I find myself tending towards an accent, if by, what's the word, not on purpose, it just kind of happens. I'm definitely not going to try and do a Nigerian accent from Apollo Crews. And if you saw NXT 2.0 this week, he's ditched it anyway. So Apollo Crews saying he watched Edris last night and he showed great potential, but he lost again. But Apollo says that he has a proposition. He will offer his teaching services, just like Babatunde and Omos have accepted, to Edris Anafe. And Edris says, thank you, Apollo, you're a great competitor, inspiration of mine, but no. And Apollo a bit surprised. He says, why? You lost. Again. Maybe if you take my teaching services, you can learn not to lose, to be a winner. And Edris just says that, yeah, I lost, but a loss is just another lesson on the road to success. So maybe I lost this week, and maybe I lost last week, and maybe I'll lose next week. But every single time I lose, I get that little bit better, and I get that little bit closer to winning. And that's what it's about. For a 65, Edris, very hopeful. Big fan of Edris. And Apollo Crews a bit like, what? You lost. What nonsense are you talking about? What motivational speakers have you been eating? Anyway, next up, we have a match between the Women's World Champion Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. They've had feuds in the past. Nia Jax, the right-hand woman to Naomi, who wants a shot at Alexa Bliss. And Bliss taking on Nia Jax as a hard-fought battle, you know? Alexa Bliss doing her best. Nia Jax using her strength. In the end, they're fighting out on the outside. Alexa Bliss managing to take Nia Jax down and push her on the announcer's table as the referee counts. Alexa Bliss climbs to the top rope, breaks the count, twisted Bliss onto Nia Jax through the announce table, taking them both down. The referee continuing to count as Alexa Bliss struggles to her feet at 8, 9, and just before 10, Alexa Bliss rolls into the ring, winning by count out here. For a 79, good match, 79 Alexa, 68 Nia Jax. Alexa Bliss overcoming the odds, using her cunning, using her smarts, and getting the win by count out by taking out Nia Jax on the announce table. Alexa Bliss getting the win, still very tired, though gassed out. I mean, not just fighting Nia Jax, but also going through the announcer's table like that. It'll take you out of it. And her, you know, she's her lack of energy. Naomi taking advantage, attacking Alexa Bliss here. For a 97, incredible. Naomi's on such good form. So is Alexa Bliss. Big fan. I wish Io Shirai didn't sell drugs, but I'm happy I've had the chance to put the title on Alexa Bliss. I'm a big fan. Naomi taking out Alexa Bliss though here and standing tall. As then, next up, it's time for the earlier announced triple threat match. The Hardcore Champion Damian Priest versus Kevin Owens versus MJF. Last week, Damian Priest and MJF qualified for Money in the Bank, but tonight, upper management have made the call. This triple threat match with Kevin Owens as well, and whoever is pinned is out of Money in the Bank, and the other two superstars, the man who got the pin and the man who didn't win but didn't get pinned, are in Money in the Bank. And in the end here, in the triple threat match, Damian Priest setting up to hit the reckoning onto Kevin Owens when out of nowhere, Bobby Lashley, still very angry from earlier, still very angry from losing in that triple threat Intercontinental match at Battleground, like I said, and especially more recently from losing the Money in the Bank qualifier last week to Damian Priest, into the ring, spear to Damian Priest, takes him out of it as Kevin Owens rolls on top of Damian Priest. 1, 2, 3. Damian Priest pinned Damian Priest out of Money in the Bank, Kevin Owens into it. Kevin Owens and MJF are Raw's representatives of the men's Money in the Bank ladder match now. For a 92, incredible match. You put Kevin Owens in a match and it turns to gold. What great form he's on. 91 Kevin Owens, 75 Damian Priest, 72 MJF. Very happy. Bobby Lashley costing Damian Priest this match, costing Damian Priest a spot in Money in the Bank. And Kevin Owens, very happy for it because he is in Money in the Bank. As then, speaking of Lashley losing that triple threat, let's talk about the other two men because it's time for the highlight reel. Chris Jericho with his special guest, the Intercontinental Champion, Montez Ford. And Chris Jericho saying, welcome back to the highlight reel. The GOAT, Chris Jericho, bringing back what the fans love here on Raw. And speaking of what the fans love, here we have the Intercontinental Championship that Chris Jericho made famous, and holding it is also Montez Ford, who joins us. And Montez Ford and Chris Jericho going back and forth. They've been going at it since the Raw after WrestleMania. They added Lashley in last month, but Jericho and Ford, the heart of this. And Jericho's saying that when it comes down to it, Montez Ford hasn't pinned him and can't pin him. Chris Jericho is the GOAT, the greatest of all time, the man who beat The Rock and Stone Cold in the same night to become a unified, undisputed champion. And Montez Ford saying that Chris Jericho's list of accolades are incredible. No one's denying that. No one's denying that Chris Jericho is one of the best to ever do it. But Montez Ford saying that Chris Jericho's been in this business for a long time, a hell of a lot longer than he has. And Montez Ford doesn't know where his career will go. But he wants to build a legacy like Chris Jericho built. And he knows beating someone like Chris Jericho will help build to that. So Montez Ford may saying it. Money in the Bank, Las Vegas, Nevada. Intercontinental Championship. Montez Ford, Chris Jericho, one-on-one, one more time. No Lashley, no interference. You and me for this. And Jericho happily accepting. Who will come out on top in a Continental title? Ford, Jericho. Can Montez Ford get one of, if not the biggest win of his career? I mean, he beat Roman Reigns last year, so maybe not. And he pinned the WWE champion Adam Cole, I'm pretty sure, in December. So Montez Ford's picked up a lot of big wins, actually. But Chris Jericho is a massive win as well, so no denying that. Hopefully there'll be a really good match between the pair. As then, speaking of good matches, hopefully, it's time for the main event. Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, both wanting to get some anger out on each other here. Roderick Strong wanting to prove he belongs. Adam Cole wanting to shut Roderick Strong up. And in the end, a long match, both men going at it and giving everything they've got. At one point, the referee getting knocked down. Roderick Strong not really noticing as he picks up Adam Cole and hits the backbreaker, makes the cover. Referee down, of course, he can't count. It's the crowd chanting, it's free. But the referee not awake to see it. Roderick Strong getting off Adam Cole, going over to the ref. Leaning down to him, trying to wake him up. As Adam Cole gets his wherewithal, goes over, low blow to Roderick Strong. The referee down, not noticing. The referee starting to get back up though. Roderick Strong dropping to his knees. The referee back up a little bit into a kind of working his way back onto his feet as Adam Cole stands across from Roderick Strong, pulls down the knee pad, charges at Roderick Strong for the last shot, but Roderick Strong just going down just in time as Adam Cole jumps over Roderick Strong and hits a last shot straight to the face of the referee, who goes down once again. The referee back to his knees and immediately taken out by Adam Cole. Adam Cole kind of in shock as Roderick Strong gets the wherewithal to lift his arm up, low blow to Adam Cole. Both men taking each other out here. In the end, both men managed to get back to their feet a bit, continue to go at it. Cole takes Strong down again, going for the last shot again, bounces against the rope, turns around into the Creed brothers, who take him out. 97 for the match. What a match. 94 Cole, 81 Roderick Strong. Both men doing incredible. Adam Cole picking up the win by disqualification. Roderick Strong, had a legitimate win first, but the ref didn't see it. And Adam Cole might have picked up the win if it wasn't for the Creed brothers. But he does get a win by DQ. 97 for the match, though. Really, really good. Match-wise, and then after the match, the Creed brothers continue to beat down Adam Cole before picking him up and handing him to Roderick Strong to hit one more backbreaker. As Roderick Strong does that, knee on his knees, arms out wide thing. As the Diamond Mine stand over him, and Malcolm Evans in a very, very happy mood for a 100. Great main event, great post. Cole and Strong both won the WWE title. Colorado not here tonight. Give him a night off. He's been attacked so much these past few weeks. Give him a little time to recover. Really good episode of Raw, I thought, though. Overall rating wise, can get a 97. You look all that light blue. Really good show. A lot of good matches. A lot of building up to Money in the Bank. Owens officially qualified. Owens in, Priest out. Things continuing to build. I love it. as this episode of Monday Night Raw has come and gone. And let's just continue things. Let's just get right into it. I'm excited as we continue this week's building up towards Money in the Bank with another episode of NXT. And NXT gets underway with the first NXT edition of Late Night with LA Knight. LA Knight, of course, come down with Socrates Torres, Alfonso Borpin, Spanish Fly, and Cameron Grimes, who, you know, they debuted on NXT last week with an attack. LA Knight laying out Chad Gable after Chad Gable had defeated Corbin. God knows, we'll go back to Baron. He's definitely not king anymore. He lost that kingship when he lost to Gable last week. Knight debuted, took him out, stood tall with the NXT Championship. And it's time for an edition of Late Night. They come down to the ring, and LA Knight says, NXT, let me talk to you. LA Knight, the $1 Million Megastar, the main event, is here on Wednesday nights on NXT on Black and Gold. And speaking of gold, on his first night here, LA Knight laid out your champion, your torchbearer, Chad Gable. I laid his ass out clean on this mat, and I gave you all a preview of what's to come when I raised that NXT Championship above my head. Now you see, LA Knight has arrived. And LA Knight's not here to take part, he's here to take over, yeah. So you better get used to this. You better get used to seeing this face. And you better get used to hearing this voice. Because this is the face, and this is the voice, and this is the body of your next NXT champion. But this is not all about me. Okay, I'm going on. This isn't all about me. So instead, let me bring out to you my special guest for this edition of Late Night with LA Knight. Your Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions, the Mysterios, and Ray and Dominic, they do come out, and I'm welcoming them, and saying that I hope you two realize that you have a distinct honor in this business. Mysterio and Dominic saying, yeah, first ever father and son Tag Team Champions. They know the distinct honor that they have, and I'm saying, no, I'm talking about the distinct honor of being the tag team that loses those titles to Spanish Fly over here. Socrates Torres, Alfonso Bourbon coming with old LA Knight here to the Black and Gold, and they want some gold of their own, and that gold's wrapped around their waists, Mysterios. And Mysterio's not impressed. Ray's saying that he can be cocky and he can brag and all of that. But Ray knows what type of person LA Knight is. He's a coward. The type of coward who attacked Chad Gable from behind last week. Disgusting. You want to be the champion around here? You want to be the top face? LA Knight? Then you want to challenge Chad Gable? Do it to his face. I'm sure he'll happily accept it like he has all the other challenges. And LA Knight kind of laughing and saying that I'll do what I want when I want. Rey Mysterio telling him to shut up. Saying you can talk all you want. But in the end, around here on this show, you either put up or shut up. Getting into the face of LA Knight when Socrates Torres steps forward as LA Knight smiles and steps back, and Torres takes Knight's place face to face with Ray. And he says gladly. 40100, very good opening edition of Late Night with LA Knight here on NXT. As, yes, later tonight in the main event, it will be Rey Mysterio, one half of the Mysterios, Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions, taking on Socrates Torres, aka Sammy Guevara, one half of Spanish Fly. Yeah, Sammy Guevara versus Rey Mysterio, hopefully a really good match. I feel like it probably would be in real life. God knows what the game is going to think, but fingers crossed it agrees with me. The ratings have been pretty good, so hopefully. As then, next up we go backstage to Team 2001 and Candice LeRae, Next Gen. They're all very happy. Honestly, Team 2001 are happy. You know, they came up short, but putting a good showing, got to get in the ring with their idols. They're happy, and they want to keep building and keep going. Candice happy, qualified Money in the Bank, proud of her girls. All good. When Mickey walks in, not so happy. You know, he's young and showing up, taking time away from her. Candice LeRae getting a chance for Money in the Bank. It's just, it's no. No, Mickey James is the top around here. And Roxanne just says, enough, Mickey, okay? Here, how about this? I mean, I'd say Candice fight you, but Candice has already beat your ass. And, well, I'd say Cora could fight you, but Cora's already beat your ass. So, you want to fight next week, you and me. How about it? And Mickey accepting for a 56. Good little promo segment next week. Mickey James versus Roxanne Perez, which hopefully be a good match. Fingers crossed. As then we get our first match of the night, a women's Money in the Bank qualifying match. Last week, I want to say, I'm trying to rack my brain. NXT. Candice LeRae, she's literally on the screen in front of me. Qualified for Money in the Bank. NXT has one more spot, of course. And the qualifying match here is Jade Cargill of Destined for Greatness taking on Indy Hartwell of the Black Hartwell Tank Express. There you go. And in the end, it is... Come on. Come on. Oh, it's taken a while. Jade Cargill, who gets the win and qualifies for Money in the Bank. She says she's destined for greatness. And winning the Money in the Bank briefcase will definitely help get you there, won't it? 53 for the segment. Good match. 50 Indy. 42 Jade. Jade doing well. Indy doing well. And Jade Cargill does get the win here. And Jade Cargill qualifies for Money in the Bank. Good. Good little opener. Then we go backstage to Bayley being interviewed. Bayley making her appearance, re-debut, whatever you want to say, on NXT last week, accepting Dakota Kai's challenge. She says she's been waiting to fight Dakota Kai. She doesn't want to wait anymore. She's just taking what she wants and what she wants for the match with Dakota Kai. And Dakota Kai walking in and says she's been waiting for this too. She's been waiting for this match with Bayley. And she can't wait to fight for Money in the Bank, but she tells Bayley that Dakota Kai will be leaving still NXT Women's Champion, and Bayley saying that, you know what, I've been an NXT Women's Champion before. Never that one though. So I think I'll be taking that. You know, nice little back and forth. When I'm not so happy, come on, it's taking a while to load today. Buffer, then your boyfriend walk in, and they're not happy. What's Bayley done? Who even is Bayley? Never heard of her. Who has heard of her? Okay. Tiffany Stratton, people have heard of. Persia Parada, people have heard of. Hashtag trending every week, baby. And this Bayley person just waltzes in and gets an NXT Women's Championship match. No, it should be Tiffany. It should be Persia. And Bayley looking at Dakota saying, you wanna take this one? And Dakota just happily smiling, her saying, why not together? Like, okay. Later tonight, tag team match, Bayley and Dakota Kai teaming up to take on Tiffany Stratton and Persia Parada for 59. Good little segment, tag match set up for later. Good. Next up, we have a match between Carmelo Hayes and Isaiah Swerve Scott. Carmelo Hayes called out Swerve last week. He wants a shot at the NXT North American Championship. He wants to prove he deserves it here in the singles match. And in the end, there's not any purpose doing it. You know, that's not the phrasing. They're not doing it on purpose. There you go. But Destination for Greatness's presence may be a bit distracting for Carmelo Hayes. And in the end, for Isaiah Swerve Scott, I mean, as in the end, Carmelo Hayes rolls him up from behind. 1, 2, 3, 77 for the match, 82 Swerve, 66 Hayes, both doing really well. And Carmelo Hayes, though, is the one who gets the victory here over Swerve. Swerve a little bit distracted. Maybe the numbers on Carmelo Hayes' side, and even though, you know, they're not trying to interfere or anything, maybe that playing a part in Swerve getting a little bit, you know, out there and getting defeated. Then we go to an interview with Trey Miguel. Not Trey Miguel. It is Trey Miguel. Trey Griffin, his name here, his given name, getting interviewed. And he's talking about Legado. He says last week Santos Escobar and Humberto Carrillo wanted to come down to the ring and challenge me. Well, bring it. I'll beat any of y'all. Santos Escobar, Humberto Carrillo, hell, your leader Andrade wants to come back out. I'll happily run it back WrestleMania style and whoop his ass all over again for this championship. For an 88, Trey Griffin, great form, mate. Trey Griffin, ready for any challengers who want a piece of him for that Cruiserweight title. As then, next up, we have the earlier mentioned tag team match. Dakota Kai and Bayley will be fighting for that NXT Women's title come Money in the Bank, but teaming up tonight wanting to teach a lesson to hashtag trendings, Buffer Than Your Boyfriend, Tiffany Stratton, and Persia Parada. And in the end, it is... Come on. I got to press next segment sooner. Dakota Kai and Bayley, who come out on top. Dakota Kai with the... God, I'm trying to think of the move. The running corner kick. I can't think of the specific move it's called. To Persia Parada taking her out. And Tiffany Stratton hit with the Bayley to belly. 1, 2, 3, 67 for the match. 67 Bayley, 64 Dakota. Both doing alright. 50 Persia, 31 Tiffany. Both getting up there, both getting better. We love to see it, but it's Dakota Kai and Bayley who do come out on top here. They'll be fighting at Money in the Bank, but, you know, respect there. They can get on for now, at the very least. And then we go backstage, you know, to North American Champion Isaiah Swerve Scott, nursing his wounds, not happy with himself, when who was walking by, except you might recognise him if this loads. Come on. Top Dollar, Ashante D. Adonis, and B-Fab. And they say hi, they say what's up. And so they're saying what's up, didn't know you guys were here. And Top Dollar saying that, hey Swerve, we watched you out there, and hey man, it looks like you might have needed some help. You know, you want us to give you a hand? And Swerve saying, no, I'm good, thank you, but I got this. For an 82, Top Dollar, Ashante D. Adonis, and B-Fab offering some help to Isaiah Swerve Scott. Isaiah Swerve Scott turning it down, for now at least. God knows what the future may hold. As next up is a 6-man tag team match I've been looking forward to. It is the Lucha Dragons on one side, Kalisto, Lince Dorado, and Gran Metalik, and the family on the other. And Tony D'Angelo saying, "Oh my God, I feel rude. I'm standing here with my family, and you might think you know him, but you don't. So allow Big Tony to introduce you all. First of all, we got my man here, this beautiful boy." And grabs Otis by the cheeks and kind of shakes him about, "This beautiful boy right here. This is my main boy. This is Otis. Otis, this man, he's a magician, I tell ya. We sit down for a family meal. I put all the food down on the table, nice and beautiful, nice and delicious. I walk out for 3 minutes. My ma slaves all day cooking it. I come back in, gone. I don't know where he puts it. He's a magician like that. This right here, this is my boy Otis, the Bull Dozovich. You see what I did there? Otis Dozovich, the Bull Dozer. Big Tony, jokes for days. And then right here we got Otis's good friend, slaps Tucker on the back. This right here, this is Tucker Knight. You see what I did there? Cause you mess with him, you're going night, okay? And then finally, this behemoth, this chiseled hunk of behind me, this prime sirloin steak. You know, not going to touch Harland, he might bite you, but still, this right here, this is Happy Harland. Now, he might not look it right now, and then you just kind of focus on Harland face, and then already continuing with this guy. Oh my God, this guy, happiest guy I ever met. Jokes for days, this boy, jokes for absolute days. Oh my word. And this right here, this ain't my full family. Some members of my family, you gotta see my guy, my main joke guy, he is hilarious. But still, this is my family. And I see your family there, Kalisto. That's this beautiful family you got. But, well, Big Tony, you think you're beating my family, then you can forget about it. As in the end here, it is... I got to remember to press next segment soon, haven't I? It's really lagging today. The family who come out on top. Tony D'Angelo, he pinned Lince Dorado last week, and now he pins Gran Metalik, hitting him with the forget about it for a 75. Good match. 79 Kalisto, 74 Gran Metalik, 60 Lince Dorado, 54 Otis, 44 Tucker, 43 Tony. Tony getting another big victory here on the black and gold. And Kalisto still not happy, staring down with Tony in the ring, but he's got Otis and Tucker on, you know, either side, and Harland's behind him, so probably best not to get in that ring, Kalisto, no offense, mate. As then we go backstage, Buffy and your boyfriend not very happy, you know, complaining to anyone who will listen, and very much still not happy, even more so when they notice a laughing Black Hartwell Tank Express, Indy and Shotzi behind them. As then, you know, they go over to him, you know, what's so funny? And you losing is very funny. And Tiffany's saying, oh my God, just shut up. Okay, no one even knows you're here. Where even are you? And Indy and Shotzi just, you know, not giving the time of day, just saying, let's go, just walking away. And this annoys Buffy and your boyfriend even more, who promptly attack Indy and Shotzi from behind, leaving them laying out, and then, you know, sarcastically kind of mean girl, laughing at them for an 80. Yeah, fun little segment. I love Buffy and your boyfriend. I do really like hashtag trending, Buffy and your boyfriend. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of the family. If you start noticing them appearing on TV a lot going forward, I just like them. As then, we have a little promo segment from Johnny Gargano returned his return match at, I'm trying to remember the name, Battleground, teaming up with Candice LeRae to take on Grayson Waller and Tiffany Stratton of #trending. And then last week, he beat Grayson Waller in singles competition to qualify for Money in the Bank. He said he's proud to be home in NXT, because that's what NXT is. It's his home. He was the heart and soul of NXT, it was said. And to be back here, having gone away, having been tag team champion, Intercontinental champion, to be back here, it's great. And he says he's happy to be back on the black and gold. He's happy to be representing NXT and Money in the Bank. And he says he wants to climb that ladder and win that briefcase. And he says that when he does, he's going to use it to get that NXT championship, because Johnny Gargano is the heart and soul of NXT. He was, and he still is, and he needs that championship back. 99, like I said. Good little promo. Gargano back on NXT before its main event time, everybody. One half of the Mysterios, Rey Mysterio, that future WWE Hall of Famer, certified legend of the sport, taking on Socrates Torres, aka Sammy Guevara, of Spanish Fly. Alfonso Bourbon, LA Knight, and Cameron Grimes watching on at ringside for this one. As in the end, Rey Mysterio gets Socrates Torres down for the 619. He goes for it. He's about to do it. Alfonso Bourbon kind of shoves Cameron Grimes forward, and he flies into Torres, bumping Torres forward, and Rey Mysterio hitting the 619 onto the back of Cameron Grimes. Grimes going down, Bourbon going to Mysterio, Mysterio jumping over him, swift kick to take out Bourbon, and then Rey Mysterio springboard up, over, and Socrates Torres, having enough time to recover a bit, getting up, catching Rey Mysterio, rolling him up. 1, 2, 3. A massive victory for Socrates Torres. Not a clean win by any stretch of the imagination, following Cameron Grimes and Alfonso Bourbon's input especially. But Torres does get the victory, and that's all that matters at the end of the day, if you think wins and losses are all that counts. 77 for the match. Pretty good. 80 Rey. 78 Socrates Torres. Good little match. I'm happy. Yeah. No complaints from me. I'm happy. Socrates Torres does get the win. And then Torres, Bourbon, Grimes, and of course LA Knight. Very happy up the ramp. Knight laid out Chad Gable to end last week, and now they're standing till after Torres beat Rey Mysterio. This little gang, who I need to give a name to make this easier than having to say their full names every time, are in a good mood. The Mysterios, a lot less so for a 100 to end things. Good episode of NXT, I thought here. It gets an overall rating of... Come on, I'm expecting 85, 86 maybe? 85, I got that right. I've done so much TEW, I can smell the rating from the main event alone. 85, good episode of NXT. No complaints from me. Things ticking along very, very nicely to Money in the Bank. And of course, before this episode can end, we have one more show to get through as we head towards Money in the Bank. The show that has no Money in the Bank contestants confirmed yet. So let's go do some more qualifiers. You think? I think so. Let's do it. Without further ado, it's time for another episode of Smackdown. And Smackdown gets underway with Thaddeus Bullard coming out to the ring, accompanied by Paul Heyman. Bullard ending the show last week, interfering in the Roman Reigns John Cena main event, causing a no contest by attacking both of them, and Universal Champion Keith Lee was sitting at ringside. And so, of course, he's coming out here. And Bullard's not happy. He's still not happy. He hasn't been happy for a long time, to be honest with you. He says he wants in on that Universal Championship match. If Roman Reigns thinks he deserves it, if John Cena thinks he can waltz in back here, and that he deserves it, then I deserve it. I was Intercontinental Champion for a year. I was Universal Champion. An honor John Cena's never held. An honor that Roman Reigns hasn't held for years. Big Bad Bullard was Universal Champion. I was top dog around here. Okay? And so if anyone deserves a shot at Keith Lee, a shot at getting my championship back, it's me. When he's interrupted by Roman Reigns, of course, leader of the Bloodline, accompanied by Jey Uso and Solo Sikoa, the other members of the Bloodline. And Roman gets in the ring. And he gets a mic and he says, Thaddeus Bullard. Now look at you, huh? All grown up. Oh. And yet making dumb, childlike decisions like getting involved where you don't belong. Getting involved in the tribal chief's business. Now you see, Thaddeus, you wanted to walk around here with your little Bullard brand pretending you ran the place. And I'll let you. Maybe that was my fault. Maybe I had bigger fish to fry than your small ass. But I let you play pretend. And now, all on your own, still wanting to pretend you're top dog, but you're not. Because the top dog around here is the tribal chief, is the head of the table. You don't run this show. I do. And so you want to talk about Universal Championships? The only man in this ring getting that Universal Championship is me. And Bullard just saying, Roman, you ain't done nothing. You beat a man whose best years were 20 years ago. Well, congratulations. You beat who? You beat Jimmy? Well done. You beat the Uso. No one can recognize and no one gives two damns about. You beat Jacob? No one even knew he was here half the time. You ain't done nothing, Roman. Top dog around this place is Big Bad Thaddeus Bullard. And you gotta accept that. You can pretend to be head of the table, but the only table you're ahead of is the kiddie table, because the big boys right here, right in front of you. And you want to go, I'll shut that mouth for you. And Bullard and Roman kind of going face to face here. These two titans of the sport, you know. When Jey Uso steps in, not happy. You talking to my tribal? You talking to tribal chief like that, huh? House? You talking to the head of the table like that? That don't play. That don't play. That don't run. Cause now we got a problem, Oos. Now we got a problem. Bullard's kind of laughing at Jey, looking at Roman, and then laughing at Jey a bit more, before turning around and saying, well, you know what, kids? We got a problem. I guess it's best we settle that, so, I'll see you later, I guess. And Bullard and Heyman leaving 100 for that. Good opening segment. Jey Uso issuing a challenge to Bullard there, getting involved in Bullard and Roman's confrontation. Roman not looking best pleased at Jey right now, I'll tell you that much. As then next up we have the first match of the evening, Smackdown's first Money in the Bank qualifier. We're doing all the Money in the Bank qualifiers tonight. We're qualifying everyone. So 4 Money in the Bank qualifiers to get through. It's not enough with one in the men's. It's AJ Styles versus Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston's first match back since WrestleMania, where of course he lost the Triple Threat United States title match also against Big E and the winner Xavier Woods. He's back on SmackDown, going for Money in the Bank qualification against AJ. In the end, AJ Styles does come out on top with the Styles Clash for an 88. Really good match. AJ, of course, 93, 74 Kofi. A bit of respect after the match. Kofi a bit down, but AJ helping him to his feet. Shake hands. Nice moment. No problem. AJ Styles, the penultimate qualifier into the men's, I want to say? No. NXT still has one more to do next week. Oh, we're so close. Well, we got 5 qualifiers. We've got 3 more to go tonight at the very least, and we've got NXT next week for the final participant. AJ Styles is SmackDown's first qualifier into the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, however, as then we go to a promo from Control. What did they do? Last week, they confronted Bronson Reed and Samoa Joe, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and Joe Gacy saying that Championship Gold commands respect. Championship Gold commands authority. Placing yourself at the top of a division, saying you are the top, the pinnacle, the best. And you see, on our quest for peace, we must get control, and to get control, we must get that Championship Gold so adjourned on your shoulders. So Mr. Reed and Mr. Joe, you're in our way, and you have what we want. 2 very dangerous things, we promise. So we will be taking those SmackDown tag titles from you. Thank you very much. For a 54, very polite. Control want those SmackDown Tag Team Championships, currently held by Bronson Reed and Samoa Joe. As then, next up we have a women's Money in the Bank qualifying match between one half of the women's tag team champions. They'll both be going for qualification. First up, it's Becky Lynch having to go against Carmella, and Becky Lynch does come out on top with the disarmer for a 74. Pretty good match. 88 Becky, 62 Carmella. Carmella bringing it down a bit, but Becky doing really well. Good little match. Becky Lynch is qualified for Money in the Bank, I want to say. Yeah, there only one more participant left for the women's Money in the Bank. The women's Money in the Bank has all the qualifiers, except we'll find out later tonight. Charlotte Flair versus Deonna later on in that final qualifier. As then we go backstage to the Bloodline. Jey Uso ready, standing up for his tribal chief. He's happy. Roman isn't. Roman kind of stops. Jey Uso's happy, getting ready for the match. And he notices Roman's not. He goes back and asking, what's up? And Roman just looks at Solo. And Solo nods. Before Solo grabs Jey by the neck and holds him up against the wall. And then Roman stands next to Jey and he says into his ear, "You want to put yourself in my business, huh? Well, you don't belong. You want to put yourself in my business, huh? Why don't you ask yourself what happened when your little brother Jimmy put himself in my business? Showed that he couldn't take instructions. Showed that he didn't belong in part of my bloodline. Why don't you go ask him? If you're so curious, if you can find him in whatever local medical facility he's located in right now, huh? I'm going to tell you right now, Jey, I like you. I like you, kid. So I'll tell you, you put your nose in my business again where it don't belong. There'll be consequences. And if you fail me tonight, there'll be consequences." For a 93, Roman giving the nod to Solo, who drops Jey, clutching at his neck, gasping for breath. Roman and Solo walking off. Jey Uso warned, don't get in Roman Reigns' business again, mate, and win against Big Bad Thad in that main event. As next up is time for another men's Money in the Bank qualifying match. AJ Styles qualified. Who will join him? It is Seth Rollins taking on the return Zack Ryder in his return match. He returned last week confronting Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods, no response, probably less than impressed though. Zack Ryder looking for qualification against Seth. Zack Ryder giving a good showing. Zack Ryder, pretty good if you didn't know. Going for this match with Seth. In the end, he's setting up for the famouser, whatever you want to call it, when, Seth Rollins ducking out the way, shoving Zack into the ref. The ref taking a bit of a bump. Zack, apology. But turning around, and who's there but Xavier Woods. US towel to the face. The ref not seeing. Xavier Woods out the ring. Seth coming to. Zack trying to get up a little bit, but Seth seeing. Curb stomp. Win. 77. Seth Rollins qualifies for Money in the Bank. 94 Seth. 53 Zack. Pretty good match. Seth Rollins has qualified though. After the match, Woods in the ring, continuing to assault Zack Ryder. Seth Rollins thinking, oh, why not? Joining in as well. Seth and Xavier, they know each other at least. I can remember those beautiful segments between WWE Champion Seth Rollins and Tag Team Champions The New Day in 2015. They were lovely. So Seth and Xavier having a little fun beatdown before AJ Styles rushes out to make the save. AJ qualified Money in the Bank. Has had problems with Seth in recent months as well. Makes the save for Zack Ryder here for a 100. Good match. Good post. I'm happy. Seth Rollins, AJ Styles. So the men's Money in the Bank lineup as far. NXT needs one more qualifier, but from Raw, we have MJF and Kevin Owens. From NXT, we have Johnny Gargano and one superstar still to be found next week in a qualifier. And for SmackDown, we have AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. An absolutely stacked Money in the Bank. I'm sure we would all agree. Jesus Christ. That's just stacked, isn't it? As then we go Taylor Braxton interviewing the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Bronson Reed and Samoa Joe, asking them about Control's statement earlier tonight, and Reed and Joe kind of laughing it off, saying that if Control wanna go, then okay. If Braun Strowman wants to step up, EC3, Cutler, Blake, Gacy, they don't care. They're warriors, they're fighters. They'll take on anyone, any and all challengers. Whoever wants a piece of the SmackDown Tag titles can bring it. 100. Reed and Joe also on incredible form at the moment. Everyone's doing really well at the moment. We're on good form. Reed and Joe, if Control wants a shot, bring it. As it's time for the final Money in the Bank qualifier of the night to find the final contestant in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We have Charlotte Flair taking on Deonna Purrazzo. Charlotte Flair's tag partner Becky Lynch qualified earlier tonight. Can Charlotte do the same? In the end, Deonna's little gang trying to get involved. When the $1 Million champion Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan rush out. Now usually it's Deonna and her gang rushing out to attack people and cause distractions. This time Bianca and Liv rushing out, attacking all of Deonna's little gang at ringside. Aaliyah kind of staying out of it a little bit though, but still providing that distraction for Deonna. which Charlotte Flair takes advantage of. Natural selection. 1, 2, 3. Charlotte Flair qualifies Money in the Bank. 80 Charlotte, 75 the Honor. Good match. As the women's Money in the Bank ladder match is official and set. We have from Monday Night Raw, Mandy Rose and Shayna Baszler. From NXT, Jade Cargill and Candice LeRae. And from SmackDown, we have Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. Women's Money in the Bank, another stacked match. Both Money in the Bank ladder matches, absolutely stacked. Hopefully will be really good come Money in the Bank. I am looking forward to it. Oh, 80 for that. Good match. And the good post as Liv and Bianca taunt and very upset and angry Deonna, having lost her chance to qualify for Money in the Bank. 87 for the post. Amazing post. As then, what's next? We have go backstage. Kayla Braxton interviewing Sonya Deville and Tay Conti of No Mercy. And it says Casey Catanzaro. It is meant to say Kayla Braxton. The issue having so many people with similar names, I tell you. As then, Sonya talking about it, saying she attacked Ronda because she wants to take her down a peg or two. Ronda thinks she's the business. She thinks she's this big heart thing, but she got her ass kicked and laid out last week. If she's not too afraid, Sonya says she'll happily do it again and take that women's universal title for No Mercy. For a 90, nice little promo, nice little interview. Sonya wants her shot. No Mercy leader Shayna Baszler's failed, but can Sonya succeed where her mentor and leader didn't? I'll have to wait and see. But for now, it's time for the main event of this evening. On one side, we have big, bad Thaddeus Bullard. On the other, we have Jey Uso, Roman, and Solo staying backstage. Jey Uso got himself in this. Jey Uso put himself in Roman's business to get this match. And so they're saying, you deal with this. You want to be the big man? You want to take this match? You deal with it on your own. So Jey Uso on his own out there against Thaddeus Bullard. And in the end, your winner is Thaddeus Bullard. Jey Uso goes for a super kick. Bullard ducking the leg, lifting Jey up. Bullard bomb, 1, 2, 3. 81 for the match. 65 Thad, 75 Jey. Both doing well. But Bullard does get the win over Jey Uso here. Yeah, just a good little win. Main event Bullard against main event Jey Uso. What a matchup, I'm sure. We'd all agree on that one. And before Bullard can really even get his arm raised, he gets to his feet and he turns around straight into a super kick from Solo Sikoa. Wasted no time in rushing out. Super kick to Bullard, laying him out. Roman slowly making his way to the ring, shaking his head, not happy with Jey's defeat. As Solo Sikoa continues his beatdown, ground and pounding Bullard, who's just had a match as well, so he's tired. He's already hurt up a bit. As Roman's about to get in the ring, Solo lifts him up, turns to Roman, gives him the nod. Samoan drop. Bullard taken down. Roman gets into the ring, stands in the corner right where Paul Heyman is, and tells Solo to get him up. Solo lifting up Bullard. Bullard struggling on his feet at the moment, following this attack, following this match, as Roman just looks over to Paul Heyman on the outside and he says, "Is this your guy, Paul?" He just kind of laughs to himself, shaking his head, Roman. Before Roman charges, spear to Thaddeus Bullard, laying him out, planting him out to end things here as SmackDown goes off with Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa standing tall over Thaddeus Bullard for a 100. Good main event, good post, very happy. Overall rating of 88, another good show. I am pleased. Full steam ahead towards Money in the Bank. Halfway there, we got 2 more episodes before we have the big show, the big spectacle, the big Money in the Bank. Next week we have our final Money in the Bank ladder match qualifier in the men's NXT division, and then our 12 contestants for our 2 Money in the Bank matches will be set, and I cannot wait for those matches to occur. What do you think, though? What did you think of these shows? What do you think of the Money in the Bank ladder matches? We have 11 out of 12 participants. Who do you hope is the final man from NXT to qualify? Who do you think stands the best shot so far in the men's and women's matches? The women's field is completely set. The men's is mostly set, but let me know in the comments down below who you think will be that final man, and who do you think will be the men and women coming out a briefcase richer and a step closer, a massive step closer to a world title of their choosing post Money in the Bank. Love to hear what you think, so do let me know. Leave a like and subscribe for more if you have enjoyed as well. And as always, I just want to say thank you for watching.